Let's go ahead and look at our I can statement. I can tell what happened and why. So we're going to be continuing Jacob's ladder today. And we're going to tell what happened and why in the story that we've been reading. Do you remember the name of the story that we were working on earlier this week when we were sequencing the story? Do you remember? You're right, the Mitten. And earlier this week, we sequenced the different animals that went to hide inside the mitten that Nikki dropped in the snow. Well, today we're going to go ahead and reread the story before continuing Jacob's ladder for cause and effect. Let's go ahead and pause the video at this time to reread the story. That's what good readers do. They look back at the story and they read it again to help them understand it better. Now that we've reread the Mitten, let's go ahead and continue Jacob's ladder. You are going to show you're a communicator in many different ways. I can talk with my friends to help me to understand the story better. I listen and ask questions so I can understand. I speak so others can understand me. I write to share my ideas. So, as you are being a communicator today, you will be using the different buttons to share your thinking and also share your work. So let's go ahead and look at this next part of Jacob's ladder. Today, we're going to be working on cause and effect. Do you know what that means? Cause and effect. What do you think? Well, let me go ahead and share with you. Cause is the reason why something happens. And effect is what happens. So let's go ahead and look at this example. You push your friend. Look at the picture. Oh, that is not a nice choice. You push your friend. This is the cause. Your friend falls. Oh no, look, she got hurt. That's what happens. That's the effect. So the cause is the reason why something happens, and the effect is what happens. So let's think back to the story, The Mitten. So in The Mitten, what was the effect of the bear sneezing? What was the effect of the bear sneezing? Oh, we're going to look at the next slide to help. I see the picture here. Oh, here we go. So the bear sneezes is the cause. The bear sneezes is the cause. Look at the picture. Do you remember what happens? Do you remember? Let's go ahead and look back and see if we can figure it out. Okay, so I know. Do you remember that the field mouse went on the bear's nose? And then this part, that's what we were looking for. Do you remember this? This part here, this is the bear sneezes part. Remember how we have the cause? So here's the cause, the reason why something happens. I wonder what the effect is. Do you remember? We found the part in the book. Remember, that's what good readers do. We found this part. Well, what happens? Let's look at the next part and see. Oh, look! The bear sneezes and all of the animals, remember when they all went out of the mitten? And it says here, the bear, tickled by the mouse's whiskers, gave an enormous sneeze. Ah, 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 Achoo! The force of the sneeze shot the mitten up into the sky and scattered the animals in all directions. So the bear sneezes. And what happened with the animals and the mitten? You're right. It shot the mitten up into the sky. And do you remember what happened to the animals? You're right, they all scattered everywhere. So that would be the effect. Remember we were looking at that? The cause is the bear sneezes. And what happens? The effect, the mitten shot up into the air and the animals went everywhere. Do you remember that? All right, at this time, I want you to draw the effect. Let's look back at the story to help us. So we just saw that part right here. And remember when the nose was tickling and the bear had a big sneeze? And remember when the mitten shot up into the air and all of the animals that were inside of the mitten were scattered in all directions. So take out your supplies, your paper, your crayons, your pencil, your eraser, and draw what happened. What was the effect of the bear sneezing? Look at the picture and go ahead and draw the effect. All right, I'm going to give you some time to draw the picture, and let's go ahead and look back at our I can statement. I can tell what happened and why, and we were looking at cause and effect. And remember, you were figuring out if the cause is the bear sneezes and the effect is what happens. And you're drawing your picture right now of what happened. When the mitten shot up into the air and the animals were scattered everywhere in all directions. The snowshoe rabbit, the hedgehog, the badger, the fox, the bear, the mouse, the owl, the mole, everywhere. All right. Nice job, readers.